Big scary Viking with big scary axe without a head. Alright guys, so welcome back to another Big Al Devlin video, and this is the first video showing you the update of my project to build my own axe. Progression so far, well, I'm getting the pieces in one by one. They're starting to come in. Out of all the things that I've ordered, I'm only waiting on the axe head, which is arguably the most important part of it, but that is coming from a very reputable company that I've used before, so I'm not worried as to why it's taking long. It's just they have to either forge it, because they make it sometimes custom made, or they have to get their hands on it if they outsource it. So it might take a little bit of time, but it will be coming. The two major parts that have come in so far are the haft, which I'll be going into detail in a little while, because there's a bit more to say about it than this. But the other thing I've got is this power cord here. So if I can get it in the light, you'll be able to see. Obviously it's got a plastic wrapping over it at the moment just to protect it, which I'm going to keep on just to stop the dog chewing at it. But there we go. Okay, it's 3mm, and the overall length is 100 meters worth of power cord, and the colour is brown coyote. It's going to be what I'm going to use. You wrap it around the wooden aspect of the axe, the haft itself. You wrap it around it in certain parts where the wood might get damaged from abrasive forces. So typically just underneath the axe head, because if the axe head is digging into something, the debris of what you're cutting into, or if you cut into it completely, will be bashing against the axe haft, and so that's where that power cord comes in handy. It just helps to protect the wood and hold it to place, and it kind of helps prevent splintering of the wood also. So there's a few variety of uses for this. You can also use it to improve grip on areas where you know you're going to be putting your hands. So when I've sort of experimented with my haft here, I will know roughly where I want to keep my hands, and I might not put a power cord where I typically put my hands. One, as a guide, but two, just because it's easier to hold on to than the wood itself. Now the haft is 31-inch long hickory wood, very good quality wood. It flexes more than any other wood really out there, out of all the hardwoods. And as you can see, it's this sort of whitish, beige colour, and it's been produced by a company called Brook, which is from Sweden. It's they've got a variety of different hafts available. You can get them straight, you can get them curved, and this would count as curved. You can get smaller one-handed ones that are designed for throwing axes, and you can actually get ones a little bit longer than this that are also designed for throwing axes, so kind of two-handed throwing axes that you throw over your head. There's a variety of different hafts that you can get, but typically obviously these are designed for tool axes, but you can sort of work with them to try and create a functional battle axe to some degree, because of course you can just pick the specifications that you want that they have available. For example, I have upstairs a 55-inch long Dane axe. That is a wee bit on the long side, and the blade itself is a 10-inch blade, and very heavy as well. And it's a big axe. Don't get me wrong, it's a big axe, and for me, I think it's wonderful. I would never get rid of it or anything like that, especially being my first purchase. It's got some sort of a nostalgic feel to it, but regards functionality, it's a little bit too long to use in the ways that I would want to use it, which is the more elegant, more delicate moves that a Dane axe can perform. It can do it, it's just sometimes it's difficult because the wood, as you're sort of doing these sort of twisty motions and stuff, when you're doing the more agile movements, the wood, if I was to do that with the Dane axe, as I'm bringing it through, it would catch my body because the haft is so long. But because that is short enough, I've got a lot more mobility and range of motion for the Dane axe that I'm going to be designing, which is for me more important than getting the power out of just going bang with a really long big axe. Don't get me wrong, this is still long. It's 31 inches as I said, so it's a lot longer than your typical axe. Could you use it one-handed? No. Well, you could to some degree, but not very effectively. I mean, if you literally were sort of on your back and you had to defend yourself, why not? But as an effective fighting move, no, this is too long to be used one-handed, especially once you put the head on. It's going to be quite a heavy axe, so it's not going to be able to be used one-handed, but it's a nice, as I say, nice length for a two-handed axe. And the reason I picked the curved haft is because that little twist there just allows you to get that bang, that kind of snap motion, just a little bit more faster than you would on a straight axe, even though traditionally axes probably wouldn't have that in the old traditional ones. But this is about creating an axe that works for me, right? Now I'm going to treat this wood with an oil called tung oil, okay, which I haven't ordered, but I can get locally. I can source that from local builder stores, and I want to give my money to the local community. So as and when the axe head arrives, or around the time when I get an email saying that the axe head has been posted, I will go and get the tung oil, and I will start treating this wood. And what the tung oil does is, one, it colours it. It gives what I want as the final finish, which is a reddish brown colour. Looks like, very much like rosewood once it's finished. And apparently 2 layers is what is required to give that colour. But also the tung oil sort of prevents moisture getting into the axe, and so it gives it a much more longevity and a longer lifespan than what you would get with untreated wood. So it's something that is very important to do if you want to create something that's going to last a long time and be able to sort of handle some big old stresses that you put it through. Because of course, the one thing I will say is, because I'm building my own axes now, I'm starting to undergo that as a project, I will be using the axes much more often in stress tests, because I'm not going to be worried, oh, if the haft breaks, that's it, the axe is over, it's dead, I can't use it again. No, I need to get another haft, fix it up, remake it, and jobs are good. Now, I'd rather not break my axes, but nonetheless, it's something that I don't have to worry about. The only thing I have to protect is the axe head itself, because, well, it's expensive. But it's pattern welded steel, so it's going to be rock hard. It is not going to break very easily. It's only going to break if I do stupid things with it, which is what I'm not going to do. But anyway, guys, as I say, I just wanted to show you that bits and pieces are coming in. I'm getting closer and closer to it. I hope you're as excited as I am. I will see you soon. And if I wish this could touch my camera. I mean, it can. But I wish it had, like, you know, fleshy bits on the, you know, so I could just turn it off from over here, because I'm lazy. Do I really have to reach over here? Yes, I do. Oh well. Nice one, guys. See you soon.